My name is Emma, and I'm a bibliophile. Which is why I'm making this book channel. So yeah, I'm Emma, and these are my books. These are some of my books. I want to start posting some videos about them. I want to post when I get new books. I want to show you some of my old books. I want to show you the books that I'm reading, and I want to show you, I want to talk to you guys about the books that I'm reading. I also have a book blog. It's emmabookblogger.wordpress.com, and there's a link below. I don't have too much stuff on there right now. I actually recently took everything off of it, moved all my reviews to Goodreads, and I'm starting fresh. 2013 is going to be a whole new year. I'm kind of erasing everything that's been out there so far. I don't know why. I just needed a fresh start, I just didn't want to look at some of my reviews were just bad. Some of them, I don't know. I want to have more structure. I want to have more structure with my blog, with my official reviews, I guess. I don't know. I kind of been struggling with the term book review recently, because who am I? Who am I? I'm not a professional. I haven't even read that many books, compared to how many books there are in the world. So who am I to say this book is good? This book is good. This book is only worth 3 stars. What I can give you is my opinions and my experience with the books that I read. And I would like to share that with people. And I think that people would like to hear about it. And if not, you don't have to watch. You don't have to watch. That's all I have to say, about that. Anyways, I have a lot to say. Yeah, so the kinds of books I read, I know most people on the YouTube book community read a lot of young adult fiction. I don't read a lot of young adult books. Not to say that I don't read any. I've recently read a few that I really like. The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, I think, was spectacular. I loved that book. I also just bought The Perks of Being a Wallflower by somebody Chabosky. What's his first name? Can't remember. But yeah, I plan on reading that one soon. That's actually a lot smaller than I thought it would be. But I also haven't read anything by John Green. I know. I will probably be reading some of that this year as well, though I'm not sure which to start with. I don't really want to start with The Fault in Our Stars because everybody has read that book and it's kind of, I don't know. I'll read whatever you guys want me to. I'll just read something, or whatever one I guess I can find. Also, yeah, so I guess I told you what I'm not going to be reading. I will be reading a lot of different kinds of books. I'll be reading classics. The classics I've been trying to catch up on. Right now I'm reading Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy, which I was incredibly intimidated by reading. Let me count the reasons. It's written by Leo Tolstoy, one of the great Russian writers of all time. It was written in the 1870s. That's a long time ago. It was originally written in Russian, which means it's translated, which doesn't always go over very well, and it's arguably the best novel of all time. So I was intimidated, to say the least. But I mustered up the courage to open it, and since then, it has been delightful. This is a good book. And there will be probably a very long video on it later on. There's a lot of concepts and just a lot of discussion-worthy things in this book. It's a great book. It's probably worth every bit of praise that it's gotten through the years. Anyway, so a lot of classics, a lot of memoirs. I do like memoirs. The first memoir that I ever read was My Sergey by Karenina, who is also Russian. Theme. Yeah, this was the first one I read. Broke my heart in like several billion little pieces. And yeah. Then I got on this huge kick of reading memoirs, so I've read a lot. of memoirs in the past. I'm going to be doing a lot of rereading, not that you guys will know that if I don't tell you. But a lot of the books that I just have in my head that I just love, that I just loved the first time, but I don't really remember why or what it's even about. For example, Catch-22, Joseph Heller. I love this book, and I read it like 7 years ago. I can't remember what it's about. Some guy named Yossarian and some war in Italy. I don't know. It's hilarious. That's all I know. Remember this one character, don't know his name, is so funny. He would sit, his goal in life was to be as bored as possible so that his life was longer. What's the point if you're just bored all the time? But it's true, right? It's true. When you're bored, I've had some days at work that have lasted 2 years, I swear. You know, it's a fact of life. I'll also be reading just general adult fiction. Margaret Atwood is one of my favorites. Let's see. I know I have one of her books around here somewhere. Here, The Blind Assassin. This is one of my favorites of hers. But Mad Adam is good too. There's 2 books, The Year of the Flood and A Works in Crake, and the 3rd one's coming out this year. I'm very excited about that. So I'll probably be rereading this and those 2 books this year. And of course, I plan on filming videos on pretty much everything I read, just so you guys know. I'm not going to call them official book reviews. I'll probably just put in the title, the title of the book, and we'll just see what happens. It could be different every time. I don't know. I don't really have a plan. I just want to kind of document for myself. A lot of it is just to document for myself the things that I catch and the things that I care about in the books that I'm reading. Because, you know, I've noticed reading some books that you relate to different things each time you read them. It's a deep thought, but it's true. And yeah, I want to kind of snapshot my life, how I am right now and how I perceive the things that I'm reading. And then maybe in like 15 years, go back and watch them again and you'd be like, oh my god, I was such a 24-year-old. You know, like, oh my god, that was definitely 2013. I don't know. Yeah, so anyways, I can't really promise what I'm going to be reading. I'm a very moody reader. I just read what I want, when I want to, because I want to, and, yeah, a lot of these books, most of these books, in fact, I have never read. I have boxes of books in other rooms of my house that have been unread for years and just been in my boxes. I have a lot of books. I love to collect books. I love buying books. It's one of the things that I love in this life. I love to have them. I love to look at them and I love to flip through them. But I have a lot of catching up to do. I need to read a lot of these books, and I'm thinking when I move, I'm going to have a bookshelf, and it's not going to have any books on it. And when I finish a book, I'm going to put it on that shelf. And we'll see. Maybe it'll just be like one shelf of a shelf. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to need the rest of the room for the rest of my books. Oh, we'll see where that goes. So I do have some specific goals for 2013. Concerning reading, anyway. One of them is to read this book, The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. I started it 2 days ago, and I'm using a paper towel for a bookmark. Very classy. But yes, I'm going to read this and The Lord of the Rings, which I've never read, either of them. I just got this copy of this book the other day. It is amazing, right? I love it. Yeah, so this is probably going to be one of my first videos once I finish this. Also, Anna Karenina. And I'm also reading this book by Simon Garfield called On the Map. Just came out not too long ago. He also has another book called Just My Type or something about typeface. I'm not sure how I like it so far. I was really excited to read it, but I can't really pinpoint at this point. I'm not too far. I can't really pinpoint why it's not what I expected. I mean, there's pictures of the maps in here. There's a lot of pictures. But they're not... I mean, this would be better as a big book. Like one of those big coffee table books with color pictures where you could actually sit through and flip through and look at these old, ancient, intricate maps. Also, I think I haven't gotten really to the good part of map making. It's maps and cartography are in such an infant stage at this point in the book that you don't really know anything about it. And you can't. I mean, he doesn't know anything about it either. He's just making shit up, basically, at this point. That's not true. That's not true, but it seems true. Anyways, some of my other goals, actually one of my other goals, because I don't even remember what my other ones are. I'll have to go read my blog myself. But I do want to read 30 books this year. And I also have some specific goals. I have a to-read list, which I will post on my blog. I actually might have already posted it on my blog. It's been weird because my computer's been broken. I'm not sure what I've actually posted on my blog and what I've just drafted or what I've just written in here, which is my planning notebook for this channel. I do have some things planned out. But yeah, anyways, this is a really weird intro video, isn't it? But this might be a really weird channel. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you stick around and subscribe to see what else I have coming up, and hopefully we can be friends. Yeah, so I'll see you next time.